Yeah, we're still doing it. I mean, actually, we're not doing it anymore, but we are doing it more now. It's kinda. See, the season's well and truly over, innit? Ended it with no pots. Bastard. Proper thought we were gonna as well. Joe was like, the teams was warming up, coming out and all that lot. Saw the team sheet. I was like, oh, we're having this. Proper Europa League champions in about an hour and a half. Nope. On to the business of transfers. For some of you, this is the real season, innit? Some of you are absolutely hard for this, aren't you? Love the transfers. Love it. Love it more than football, some of you. You weirdos. First in of the day, then. Who's that, Steve? Some of you ain't going to be happy. First in's Ole Gunnar Solskjær. It's Mike McGrath in the Telegraph, and he says, do you when I first read it, I thought it said rewarded. And I was like, oh, that's not a good word. Awarded, not rewarded. Awarded. I mean, even awarded. You're not looking to extend Solskjaer's contract for another 3 years. I think he's probably failed this season to deliver a trophy. But here's the thing. You want people to do better. I mean, your dad gets you that thing that you didn't want for Christmas. You don't fucking get rid of your dad, do you? I think he can do better. I actually do believe he can do better as well. Not just he must do better, but I actually believe he is capable of delivering better. And I don't know why we just ran out of steam towards the end of the season. It literally could have just been, we ran out of steam. Weird season, no pre-season, number of factors. One-off game, should we have beaten Villarreal? Yeah, we should. Did we know? Well, we obviously fucking didn't, did we? So there you go. 3-year contract. It's not giddy, is it? 2-year contract tells you that you're not sure. 4-year contract might be a little bit giddy without winning any trophies. 3-year contract's about right. It's not the 6 years we give David Moyes, which, by the way, we didn't even end up dealing with too long ago. Nuts. So yeah, 3 years. Ole. I mean, I don't know. I've got to presume, especially when you see the next 2 stories that are coming up, that Mike's been well briefed this last few days. I would say that this feels pretty bang on. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I can't give it a 10 because, I wasn't in the room when he was talking about it. So I would assume that this is well sourced. I would assume that this is probably legit. Let's give that a 9 out of 10. 3 more years of Ole. Next up, it's Jadon Sanchez. So obviously, when we go through all of these, you'll go, oh yeah, Mike's spoken to someone, hasn't he? Jadon Sanchez is apparently Ole Gunnar Solskjær's #1 priority. That right wing forward spot is somewhere that they've identified as being a position that we need to strengthen. And I think, again, the Villarreal game's large in everyone's mind at the moment, isn't it? You come up against a team in a low block. Teams know that if you sort of cut that pathway involving Rashford and Bruno out of this, United aren't going to create too much. Now you throw a Jadon Sanchez in on the right-hand side, you're asking teams to cover a lot there. And that's what I've always sort of said about City. You go, right, cool, I'll get Aguero, you get De Bruyne. And someone goes, about Bernardo Silva though. You go, oh, fuck's sake, right, I'll get Aguero, you get De Bruyne, he'll get Bernardo Silva. Who's getting Sterling? Sake, lads, right. I'll get Aguero, you get De Bruyne, you look after him, you watch him. Someone's got Gundogan, scored a shitload of goals from midfield. You're like, fucking hell. Right. I'll get Aguero, you get him, you get him, you get him, you look after Gundogan. So I was like, fucking Foden scored some goals this year. Fuck. That's what United don't have at the minute. United don't have all of those options where people go, I'm going to fucking do with... You couldn't supply a Cavani. No good. Jadon Sanchez is a guy that creates and he scores. So he's happy days. And that's what you got to get. You got to get the players that can do both sort of things. Multi-tooled, multitasking. People that are going to be able to create for other people or go and score for themselves. And Sancho is good at this because, especially when he comes into the edge of the box, you don't actually know where to show him. You want to show him to the outside? Sweet, he's putting a cross in. You want to show him to the inside? Well, he's having a shot. That's what makes him a double threat, and I like it. Not so good with his head, otherwise it'd be a triple threat. But he's all right with the other two that he's got. So, Sancho to United. I really do think that they're going to try and make this happen. But nothing has changed in 2 years. It's the same old, same old, same old, same old. And we know people who know him, and he is being absolutely tight-lipped on it at the moment, which he hasn't been in the past. Maybe that means something's happening. Maybe he's just learned. Maybe it was on the back of Trippier getting a ban for telling his mate he was going to Atletico Madrid. It's a murky old world. He would come to United. Chelsea seemingly in the mix as well. I could honestly see him going Chelsea too, so I can't give it more than 4 out of 10 at the moment, because we're not really hearing the right noises that United are about to stump up the cash. Him being the number 1 priority means nothing, does it? Unless you're willing to go and hunt for the actual cash, money, and go throw it on the table for Dortmund to count. So 4 out of 10 for old Jadon Sancho. And here we go again. This is the fucking Mike McGrath show. In the Telegraph, because he's not changed outlets in the last minute and a half. Danny Ings. I said this as a joke a couple of months ago. I didn't actually think I'd be standing here fucking evaluating Danny Ings to United. And I know some of you are going to go, let's see. He scored a lot of goals this year. He has scored a lot of goals this year, but I don't think he's what United need. So what he's saying is the market has been altered by the revelation of Harry Kane saying, hey, get me to fuck to Spurs. Now, if he actually does leave, that's going to throw in all sorts of stuff. But then he goes on and mentions that Danny Ings is one of the players that United have been looking at. Oh, really? No, like I said, he's scored a lot of goals, but for me, that's not it. And this is how this shit goes, isn't it? We get our balls tickled with Haaland, and we get our balls felt with Harry Kane. And then on deadline day, they go, ta-da! There's Danny Ings. Fuck off. Really? I hope I've not willed this into existence. I mean, I can't imagine I have. But how shit's that? One that I wouldn't necessarily mind willing into existence, Ivan Toney at Brentford, though. Absolute bags, man. And because United are in the market for a striker, and actually you might even see him linked to Spurs on the back of Harry Kane going, because he's got some assists and because he's got some goals, I think you might see this sort of thing coming off. Now, for me, Ivan Toney's not Manchester United level, even though he's absolutely shit goals in the Championship. I think he'd probably be a really good buy for somebody, though. So keep your eye out on that. Because they got no real, SEO value in Brentford. And if they end up getting promoted, they're going to want Ivan Toney, Brentford, Manchester United, all them sorts of things. Same way when we play a team that you've never fucking heard of from Eastern Europe. They do this all the time. It's so obvious. So you lot keep an eye out this weekend. If Brentford manage to do it, send me the links, because there'll be some. Ivan Toney to either United or Spurs. It's going to happen. Mark my words, it'll happen this weekend. Anyway, Danny Ings to United. I mean, when we was looking for Wan-Bissaka, he said we looked at 302 fucking right backs. So I would hope Danny Ings is a player that we've looked at. But I hope here's what we did. And we went, no. Danny Ings to United, 1 out of 10. Please. Pau Torres. Cheers. Really wanted to open up this fucking wound. It's Jamie Jackson in The Guardian. He's got some good contacts, does Jamie. Pau Torres, been linked with United for about a year now. They're saying that United are eyeing up Pau Torres. We're also looking at Rafael Varane. I hope that this is the buildings of a list. Now, for me, Pau Torres ticks a hell of a lot of boxes. He's pacey. He's good on the ball. He's 30 million quid, lads. You can't get anything for 30 million quid nowadays. You can get change out of 40 quid for 30 million quid. Can I see it doing? I can actually see United doing this, because we've kind of been looking with him for so long, and because he's sort of a club that's gettable. Even though, yeah, they just beat us and he played in the game, I still think it's one of those transfers that you can see happening. So 30 million quid, I'd absolutely do it. Makes a lot more sense than Varane at 60 for me. And I think he's combative, and I think he's got something about him. And I think he's ready to take up that next level. And I think he makes United better, which is what we're here for, isn't it? I can't really give it anything more than 3 out of 10 now at the moment, because the links are just links. They're not no one's booking in medicals or flying in or anything like that at the moment, so it's still minor. But the season ended a couple of days ago. Give us a chance for the hangovers to wear off and we'll get cracking. Don't like that I'm seeing the Canati getting announced as done by Liverpool with a quickness, though. Why don't United ever move that quick? Alright, we might have moved that quick with Tom Eaton, but we're not really moving that quick, are we, with actual transfers? So, we'll see. Right, this is in marker, and it's been a minute really since we've done any like proper Ronaldo to United stuff. He went 12 years ago. What's crazy is he's still bloody mint, innit? Now, if I say to you, like, how would you fancy sharing like United's number 7 with Cavani and Ronaldo? Ronaldo could maybe play off the right sometimes. He could give everyone a rest off the left sometimes. But, you know, as he's got older, he's become a fully fledged fox in a box number 9. There's just something about him. And you think Cavani's rubbing off well on some of the lads. Ronaldo would rub off well on some of the lads. The football's romantic. The logical side of me goes, it's all right doing a magical mystery tour of Europe once you get into your 30s. Coming to the Prem at a certain age, I'm not sure it's there for you. But then you lot in the comments go, Steve, what about Cavani? What about Zlatan Ibrahimovic? And I go, you're absolutely right, bring him home. On one hand, I can absolutely see the Glazers doing it because they think that would like quieten everyone down. There's Ronaldo, ta-da, shut up. And it might for some people. It really might. But I almost thought that the guy left us as the best player on the planet. He's coming back as a player that scored pretty much more goals than anyone else in the history of football, apart from Pele when he was playing FIFA. So he's going to bring with him experience. He's going to bring with him a winning mentality. He is going to bring a player that probably could score 20 goals for us next season, minimum. I think he could do that. Seeing like he's seen his arse with Juventus, completed whatever he wanted to complete at Juventus, and he's going to move on. The clubs that could sign Ronaldo, I don't think he would go anyone else in England. I might be deluding myself there, but I don't think he would. I don't think he goes anywhere else in Spain. He's a legitimate legend at Real Madrid. I'd be amazed if he just turns up at fucking Eibar or Getafe. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it? Which means that his other options, if he wants to be considered as anything, are Paris Saint-Germain, very legitimate option for him, and Bayern Munich. Not as much. And it might be, and I might be just completely missing this, but he just doesn't scratch me as a Bayern Munich signing. Outside of that, you've got maybe go back home to Portugal, or legal issues pending, maybe go and play in the MLS for a little bit. So you're looking at maybe 4 or 5 places in the world. That doesn't mean like, oh right, so we've got like a 20-25% chance of signing the guy. Not really. I think we'd have probably heard a lot more Ronaldo to United rumours if it was United that he was going to. I think this is a lot more like maybe I don't know, is it a Zidane-Ronaldo reunion at Paris? Where else is he going to go? Like, legitimately, where else is he going to go? You name a club. Austria Vienna. No, shut up. Where else is he going to go? Monaco? Got a bit of cash. Monaco's not the craziest shout I've ever heard, but I think he wants to go somewhere where he might win a title, which might also rule United out, if we're being fucking real with ourselves. I don't think he's going Chelsea. He's certainly not going Liverpool or City. Is he going fucking Rangers? I don't think so. Like, so you're looking at maybe a handful of clubs for him. I'm sure United have inquired. I think we're going to have to keep an eye on this one, but my gut feeling tells me wherever he goes, it ain't United. But there's also no rumours of anywhere else that he's going. It's bananas, isn't it? One of the biggest players in the world. He's basically already took, and I love this is how loaded Ronaldo is. He needed a full articulated lorry to go load all his cars into. It's the same company he used when he left Madrid to go to Juve, and now he's used the same company to load all his cars, and his cars have gone. Now, any fucking smart journalist who lives over in Kincherin would have made a fortune, but I don't know, following that fucking truck. Where's it going? It's going north. Oh shit, he's going to Slovakia, lads. Probably not, right? But anyone that, with a bit of nous would maybe, let's follow this truck, see what happens. We're going to break one of the biggest transfer stories in history. This being said, his £100 million move to Juventus was pretty quiet when it came off. Now, yes, there was a World Cup on, and yes, there's currently a Euros on, but it was kind of like, oh, there's a bit of a rumour that Ronaldo's going to Juventus, and he signed. Jesus. So maybe it's going to come off like that. It certainly sparked people back into life, getting back into Old Trafford here if we had Ronaldo back, wouldn't it? Oh, my God. What happens with Cavani then? Hey, Cavani, well done. You broke the number 7 curse. Cristiano's not wearing number 35, pal. So, Fuck off. Ronaldo to United then. Jesus. I'm not even doing this. 2 out of 10. You're fucking getting me with that. I'm not being that giddy. Jesus. That was the ins. Here's the outs. The Sun. Sorry. I'm saying United are going to swap Oblak and De Gea. No, we are fucking not. That is a 0 out of 10. Oblak's probably the best goalkeeper in the world for me, right? Best goalkeeper in the world. If you're Atletico Madrid, he's got a £100 million buyout. David De Gea's on he's the most well-paid goalkeeper in the world. Unless Atletico Madrid removed their brains and filled it with pot noodle, why the fuck would they just sanction this deal? That is like a proper shit deal. Isn't it? It's like, how about you pay me £100 million and I'll poke you in the eye with a bit of poo? Well, fucking no. Not having that one. 0 out of 10. The Sun also go to say he might be interested in going to Juventus, or they might be interested in him, and he might be interested in going in Paris. Which means they've not got a fucking pot of glue what's going on, and I've just played SEO bingo with teams that might have a bit of cash. So, shut up, and honestly, get a real fucking job. Like being on YouTube. In a bit.